So here we have the up and coming events for the week 2 for the witness timetable for phases 5 and 6 of the Post Office Horizon IT inquiry. So we've got Tuesday the 16th of April, David Miller, former Managing Director of Post Office Network, former Chief Operating Officer of Post Office Limited and temporary Managing Director of Post Office Ltd. And then later on, David Mills, former Chief Executive of Post Office Limited. Wednesday the 17th of April, John Longman, former Post Office Investigator. And then Alan Layton, former Chair of Royal Mail Holdings plc, former Chair and former Non-Executive Director of Post Office Limited, and former non-executive director of Royal Mail Group. Thursday, the 18th of April, and Friday, the 19th of April, we've got Roderick Williams, former litigation lawyer at Post Office Limited and current head of legal, in open brackets, dispute resolution and brand, close brackets. So that's the Thursday 18th and the Friday 19th. Evidence week 3, Tuesday the 23rd of April, Susan Crichton, former company secretary and general counsel of Post Office Limited. Wednesday the 24th of April, Chris Ajard, I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that correctly, so I apologise. Former general counsel of Post Office Limited. Thursday the 25th of April, Angela Vanden Bogard, I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that correctly, former People Services Director at Post Office Limited and Programme Director for the Branch Support Programme. Friday the 26th of April, Angela, again, former People Services Director at Post Office. Evidence week 4, nothing going on Monday, but Tuesday the 30th of April, Hugh Flemington, former Head of Legal at Post Office Limited. Harry Barr, barrister and former employee of Cartwright King. Heard about them before. Wednesday the 1st of May, Martin Smith, solicitor and former employee of Cartwright King Solicitors. Thursday the 2nd of May, Martin Smith again, solicitor and former employee of Cartwright King. And then Simon Clark, barrister and former senior counsel at Cartwright King Solicitors. Friday the 3rd of May, Janal Singh, solicitor and former lawyer at Royal Mail Group and Post Office Limited. He appeared before. I thought he was senior solicitor, but anyway, he appeared before, and that will be he's very interesting. So evidence week 5, Tuesday the 7th of May, Patrick Bork, former Government Affairs and Policy Director at Post Office Limited. Belinda Courts Martin, open brackets Crow, close brackets. I guess that's her maiden name. Former Programme Director for Project Sparrow at Post Office Limited. Wednesday the 8th of May, Brian Altman, King's Counsel, barrister. Thursday the 9th of May, Andrew Parsons, partner at Womble Bond Dickinson, UK LLP. Friday the 10th of May, Andrew Parsons, partner at Womble Bond Dickinson, UK. And then Rod Ismay, he's the person that did the Ismay report, former head of product and branch accounting at Post Office Limited. Evidence week 6, Tuesday the 14th of May, Mark Davis, former Group Communications and Corporate Affairs Director at Post Office Limited. Wednesday the 15th, Chris Day, former Chief Financial Officer of Post Office Limited. Thursday the 16th, Leslie Sewell, former Chief Information Officer at Post Office Limited. And then Martin Edwards, former Chief of Staff to the Chief Executive and Group Strategy Director at Post Office Limited. What a title, honestly. Friday, the 17th of May, Alistair Cameron, Chief Financial Officer and former Interim Chief Executive of Post Office Limited. Evidence Week 7. Tuesday, the 21st of May, Alwyn Lyons, former Company Secretary at Post Office Limited. Wednesday, the 22nd of May, Paula Vennells, former Group Chief Executive Officer, Post Office Limited. And Paula Vennells is on Thursday, the 23rd of May, and Paula Vennells is on Friday, the 24th of May. So she's got 3 days. So that's an interesting one. Evidence Week 8, Monday, the 3rd of June, Ben Foat, Group General Counsel at Post Office Limited. Chan MacLeod, former General Counsel and Company Secretary of Post Office Limited. Tuesday, the 4th of June, Jane once again. Wednesday, the 5th of June, Alice Perkins, former Chair of Post Office Limited. Thursday, the 6th of June, Alice Perkins again. Friday, the 7th of June, not sitting. Evidence, Week 9. Thursday, the 11th of June, Anthony Degar Robinson, KC Barrister, and then Lord Grabiner, KC Barrister. Wednesday, the 12th of June, Tom Beezer, a partner at Womble Bond Dickinson. And then Ken McCall, former Senior Non-Executive Director of Post Office Limited. Thursday, the 13th of June, Andy Dunks. I thought it'd be Andrew Dunks, but maybe his name is Andy. Andy Dunks, former IT security analyst at Fujitsu Services Limited. Friday, the 14th of June, Matthew Lenton, document manager, post office account at Fujitsu Services Limited. And then Dame Moya Green, former CEO of Royal Mail Group. Evidence, Week 10. Tuesday, the 18th of June, Ron Warmington, Director of Second Sight Support Services. And then Ian Henderson, also from Second Sight. Wednesday, the 19th of June, Richard Christo, former Chief Executive and Executive Chairman of Fujitsu Services Holdings, PLC. And then Duncan Tate, former Chief Executive of Fujitsu Services Limited. Thursday, the 20th of June, Tony Kern, Senior Deputy General Secretary of the Communication Workers Union. And Kay Linnell, Forensic Accountant and Advisor to the Justice for Postmasters Alliance. Friday, the 21st of June, George Thompson, former Secretary of the National Federation of Sub-Postmasters. Evidence Week 11. Tuesday, the 25th of June, Gareth Jenkins, former Distinguished Engineer at Fujitsu Services Limited. He carries on. Wednesday, the 26th of June, Gareth Jenkins. Thursday, the 27th of June, Gareth Jenkins. And Friday, the 28th of June, Gareth Jenkins. Wow, that's a bit of a record. Nobody's done a whole week. Wow. Evidence Week 12. Tuesday, the 2nd of July, Tim Parker, former Chair of Post Office Limited. And he carries on to Wednesday, the 3rd of July, Tim Parker. Thursday, the 4th of July, Sir Stephen Lovegrove, former shareholder, executive official. And then Patrick O'Sullivan, former shareholder, executive official. Friday, the 5th of July, Susan Story, former shareholder, executive, UK government investments official. And then Mark Russell, shareholder, executive, UK government investments official. Evidence Week 13, Monday, the 8th of July. Neil McCausland, former senior non-executive director and interim chair at Post Office Limited. Tuesday, the 9th of July, Robert Swannell, former shareholder executive government investments official. Wednesday, the 10th of July, Tom Cooper, UK government investments official. Thursday, the 11th of July, Richard Callard, shareholder executive, UK government investments official. Friday, the 12th of July, not sitting. Tuesday, the 16th of July, to be confirmed. Wednesday, the 17th of July, in the afternoon, presumably. The Right Honourable Kelly Tolhurst MP, former Parliamentary Under-Secretary for the Department of Business, Energy and Industrial Strategy. Thursday, the 18th of July, the Right Honourable Pat McFadden, former Minister of State for the Department of Business, Enterprise and Regulatory Reform, open brackets, Employment Relations and Postal Affairs, close brackets, semicolon, former Minister of State for Department of Business and Innovation and Skills, etc., etc. And then, in the afternoon, we've got the Right Honourable Sir Edward Davey, MP, former Parliamentary Under-Secretary for the Department of Business, Innovation and Skills, open brackets, Employment Relations, comma, Consumer and Postal Affairs, close brackets. Now, Friday the 19th of July, Joe Swinson, former Parliamentary Under-Secretary for the Department of Business, Innovation and Skills, open brackets, Employment Relations, comma, Consumer and Postal Affairs, close brackets. Evidence, week 15. Tuesday the 23rd of July, Baroness Neville Rolfe, former Parliamentary... How see these people have such lovely names. Anyway, former Parliamentary Under-Secretary of State for Business and Innovation and Skills, semicolon, Minister of State at the Cabinet Office, Wednesday the 24th of July. Margot James, former Parliamentary Under-Secretary for the Department for Business, Energy and Industrial Strategy, Thursday the 25th of July. The Right Honourable Vince Cable, former Secretary of State for Business, Innovation and Skills. And then we have the Right Honourable Greg Clark MP, former Secretary of State for Business, Energy and Industrial Strategy, Friday the 26th of July. Closing statements. I hope this has been of some use. Thank you.